Hello, hello, everyone. Happy Thursday. Should we get ourselves started? Yes? Good. All right. Let's go. Hello. Hello. I just saw a little comment. Let's just address this first. I saw a little comment in chat about, from Mert, where are your candies? I wasn't the one promising candies. That was someone else in Discord. I never promised candy. Pretty sure. No, that definitely wasn't me. It definitely wasn't me. Anyway, someone might give you candy. Anyway, that's not a Hutch official product. Anyway, hello. Lots been going on today, but let's try and catch up on a couple items before we get down to the business, right? Safety car. As you'll see, safety car. We're looking at bringing this back. We were actually planning on bringing that back this week. We are actually bundling it with a couple little changes, including some changes to Vegas, because we got your feedback in regards to the Las Vegas track. There are the pace feels a little bit off, feels like a little bit of a slow track. The UI is too big, or the track map on the overhead view is too big, so we just need to shrink that down a little bit. A number of other little aspects into Las Vegas. As you've seen with the communications for the release of Las Vegas, there is a little bit of a test on that track specifically taking place, where the speed stat is more effective. Based on your feedback and looking at the stats and stuff, we might need to tweak that a little bit. But that is the update in regards to Las Vegas. Safety car. While we've fixed the problem with the safety car being too fast, we need to turn it back on. So the bug has been fixed. We need to turn the safety car back onto its normal operation, and we are bundling that with some tweaks to the Las Vegas track, and we wanted to do that this week. There's been a little bit of delay, so expect that probably next week. We'll communicate it obviously when it goes back on. Keep an eye on the Discord, and yeah, that. More details to come, essentially. Well done on Vegas, not perfect, but still another edition. Yeah, it needs a little bit of tweaking just to get right. That happens generally with any new track. You know, they're not perfect. We just need to sort of tweak it a little bit and whatnot. Yeah, so you know, some slight tweaks to come, but we'll get it right. We'll get it right, and the safety car will return, and it does work properly. It's not too fast now when it's there. So yeah, look forward to that hopefully next week. Not all changes to Las Vegas track will happen at the same time, but there will be some slight tweaks. So yeah, keep an eye on the Discord for that. There'll be future updates to Las Vegas coming as well. So let's get down to the normal stuff. This week is the Australian Grand Prix. I'm looking forward to watching that actual Grand Prix. Hopefully you're looking forward to taking part in the event in F1 Clash. As part of season score, you know, the amount of GPs remaining in this season in F1 Clash are coming to a close. There's not many left. And if you're looking to maximize your season score, take part in the GPs. So anyway, Australian Grand Prix is this week, right now, technically speaking. Good luck to everyone. We've got Nick DeVries and George Russell, the epic rarities, currently featured, as well as Virtue. We've got coming up after that. This is, of course, if you haven't seen this information in Discord, this is already available there. It's just a little plug for you to join the Discord if you're not in there, because you'll find this information there pretty early. Anyway. Easter event. We have the Exception boost as part of this event, which you don't see very often, pretty much once a year, right? That's pretty much it. We have Zoo and Norris currently featured, as well as Typhoon. Epic versions only, again. As you'll notice, we've also got a varying amount of the feature boost in regards to these events as well. As you've seen in previous events, you know, we're trying out some variants in regards to the feature boost. Where are we gonna go after that? We are heading from Australia to Japan. Japanese Grand Prix. We have Sonoda and Leclerc, and then Sigma as well. Again, epic rarities are the featured assets in regards to these. Nothing new. If you're in the Discord, you already know this, pretty much. Other than that, let's go down to business, right? Let's go down to probably what most of you are here for. If you haven't seen the details already, this went out on our socials, went out on Discord. It's now available in-game season score. It's available on the top left in the home screen, and you can see your progress across the 2023 season. That's pretty much it. Yeah, season score. What have you done in the 2023 season? I'm going to run through these. Most of you are probably well experienced in regards to season score, but just in case you're not, or in case you're tuning into this video later, I'm going to go do a very quick run through as to what season score is. So this is for all players who took part in the 2023 season in one way or another. This tracks your entire progress from the drivers that you've unlocked, the ones you've upgraded, all the way to how many races you completed and how many races you won. Each category, so there are 10 categories in total, each category counts towards 10% of your total season score, and the higher your season score, the more CC points you can unlock for the beginning of the new season, which you can use in the CC store. There's other rewards that you can gain as well, like some crates as soon as you start the new season, etc. We'll run through this really quickly. So, this is what the screen looks like. This is where it can track all the categories. This is where you can see the rewards that you've earned by completing all those milestones. Within each category, there's obviously individual milestones and whatnot. And we'll run through those really quickly. If there's any questions, chuck them in chat. I will try to answer them as best as I possibly can. Otherwise, there are 2 pages on our website. One is the season score guide that will go through absolutely everything, all the different categories, how much they're worth, all this sort of stuff, and as well as a rewards guide to tell you what rewards you can earn. Drivers. There are 2 separate categories here. One is the drivers that you unlock. There are 60 drivers in total. 20 drivers, 3 rarities of each. How many of those did you unlock? That's pretty much it. It's pretty straightforward. Other than that, there are driver upgrades. So each of those rarity versions of drivers can all be upgraded separately. And depending on how much you upgrade those, will complete a certain part of that category of the season score. Components, very similar to drivers. How many components did you unlock? How many components did you upgrade? And how much did you upgrade them? Nothing really. No more detail needed on that one. Right, getting more into the nitty gritty, we've got highest series reached. So out of series 1 to 12, how far did you get? To get 100% for this category, or 10% of your total season score, you would need to reach series 12 by the end of the season. Outside of that, we have the Grand Prix event medals. So our weekly Grand Prix events, if you take part in them, depending on the medals that you earn, will earn you a certain percentage towards that category score. You'll see in that table there, and you can also see all of this in game. I'm pretty much just sharing in-game screenshots. The more medals you get, the more percentage complete that you are in this category. Simple as that. So get more medals, and you can guarantee yourself getting 100% of this category. Pretty straightforward there as well. Next up is weekly leagues and highest Grand Prix event position. So before you had the Grand Prix medals, so you can earn multiple medals to get your 100% of that category. Here you've got event position. So what position did you finish in for a separate category? So if you were P1 in the champions tier in a weekly event, you get 100% for that category. Done. Easy. Just one needed, as opposed to the medals where you need multiple medals. So other than that, we've got weekly leagues. If you made it to the Legend Weekly League by the end of this season, you're good. You maxed out that category. In the description, it says some milestones will be season long. They're essentially all season long. ET. This is your progress across the entire season. And what do we have next? We have the very simple one here. How many races did you take part in? And how many races did you win? Pretty straightforward milestone there. Any questions on those? Those are the 10 categories of progress throughout the 2023 season to go towards your season score. I'll give it a little bit moment because of chat delay, but yeah, if there's any questions, throw them in. Next update, in regards to the next release, that would be Season Change itself edits, and that will be in May. So just a couple months to go, so that's ultimately the amount of time you've got left to polish up your season score, improve your progress wherever possible, and see if you can maximize that. Yeah. Moving on. The last part of the season score is the rewards. I hope you like my graphically impressive tables that I made here. I am not a graphic designer. There's a reason I'm not in the graphics team or the art team, because this is the extent of it. I'm a data person. I'm not an art person. Okay, but just appreciate it here. Anyway, so not much has really changed here. I will admit, in regards to last year's season score and this year's season score, there's not a lot different. And especially between tier 19 and tier 20 is only a difference of 25 CC points. Now, we have wanted to change the season score rewards, the structure, the rewards given, and all this sort of stuff. That is a really, really big job, and unfortunately, we couldn't make that for this season change. So, yeah, unfortunately, we couldn't hit that mark. It's a huge, huge change. We came across a couple barriers and all this sort of stuff, so we're going to be looking at that for next year. Coin conversion has obviously changed. I know that there's been some questions on whether this is the correct coin conversion table. Yes, it is. We didn't make the same mistake as we did last year, where we put up the wrong table from the previous season, I believe it was. This is the correct one for the 2023 season. Okay. And I've seen some questions in regards to boost changing. Currently, Andrew, I don't know. There is a lot of detail to go through in regards to season change, all of which I'll be sitting down with the team to go through, and we will be sharing at a later date. But at the moment, it's just season score. In the season score tab prior to today's update, stated that the best players will also earn permanent benefits for the new season. Those are currently your frames. So we removed the permanent crate timer reduction. We did it late. That was in the 2022 season? Yeah, 2022 season. So we are looking at more rewards better rewards, I should say, for the next season score. There is quite a lot of complicated aspects as to what those are and what they relate to. So yeah, they tie into a number of other things we're looking at doing in regards to F1 Clash, which I'm actually all for, but I can't give you details on those just yet. So yeah, there's not a lot different from last year's season score. So I understand people's reactions to it. Unfortunately, it's not as much as we wanted it to be, but this is what we'll be going through into the 2024 season, where we have a lot of plans in regards to changes in the game. Hopefully for the better. I realize the 2023 season has been a little rocky. And yeah, we're making a lot of changes both internally and in the game to try and improve that, and hopefully we have a much better 2024 season. So yes, that is where we are at. So that was a much faster run through. It took me a lot longer to set this up in the stream software than it was to get through it. Are the legendary drivers finalized for next season? Pints, I believe they're all finalized. I'm trying to think. So we do have a new lineup of legendary drivers for the 2024 season. Some very exciting ones. There were some that were requested or people thought should be in the legendary drivers, and they will be in the legendary drivers. But I can't release those names yet. Classic racetracks. So at the moment, Andrew, we're required to only feature tracks that are in the live current F1 season. That is a stipulation that we have to do. So like, yes, we would love to have some classic tracks. We'd also love to have classic cars, previous drivers, all this sort of stuff. But we do have some limitations as to what we can put in the game. I'll leave you to discuss and guess on who the new legendary drivers will be. Like I say, I can't reveal those names just yet, and but some of them are very cool, and I'm really excited to have them in F1 Clash. You'll hear about that later when we're officially allowed to release them. You didn't know? Yeah, no worries. There's a lot of stuff we would love to have in F1 Clash. Like I say, like classic tracks, some of the classic liveries, previous drivers, all this sort of stuff. But yeah, currently we don't have that option. But you never know. At some point we might be able to do that, and if we could, that'd be great. You hope that the legendary drivers make sense in regards to step-ups? Yeah, so trying to find that balance is interesting. It's a difficult process. Members of the team sit down and look at this stuff and compare and analyze quite thoroughly. If I'm surprised that any of them have hair left. I mean, I don't have hair, and I don't go through all that analysis myself. Show you a teaser? No, I definitely can't do that, Prix. I would probably lose my job if I did that. Have we touched custom profile pictures yet? No, but that is a big request. Custom profile pictures is a request, and looking at changing up the limitation on Facebook being the only way to put a profile picture in. So yeah, that's on our roadmap. And thank you for the well done on Vegas. Like I say, it needs some tweaks. It's not perfect. It needs some tweaks, but that happens with most tracks, right? Just gotta make some slight changes. Some other tracks need some tweaks as well, which we're working on too. Yeah, no, I can't leak the legendary drivers. I'm sorry. It's a big deal. It's a big deal, and I don't want to ruin all the work that the team has spent the last 6 to 9 months working on to try and secure these legendary drivers. A lot of work goes into bringing them into the game. So anyway, we do have some cool stuff coming, some interesting changes in regards to the new season, some of which I'm really excited about. I want to share as much as I can, but we need to dot the I's, cross the T's, make sure everything's all right, get the right sign-offs, rubber stamp before I can share it. But if there's anything I can share early, I will do so. Keep an eye on the Discord. Will cornering be OP in the next season again? No. We are trying to make it completely balanced. Edits. We're trying to make stats completely balanced so that there is not one stat that is dominant over all others. That is ultimately the point, so that you can try different loadouts and stuff. In saying that, there is... I'm trying to see how I can word this without ruining the surprise, but experimentation and changing your loadout may become more important next season. Instead of just picking one dominant loadout and pretty much sticking with that, you may have to modify. regularly to get the best out of it. But I'll leave it with that. I'm, like I say, I'm excited. And yeah. What about towing? We are working on a fix for the towing exploits. This is quite a complicated factor when you look at the mechanics of matchmaking and how we need to deal with this. We are working on this, and I'm hoping that comes very, very soon. Request to race another player would take it to another level. Yes, that is a common request as well. That is actually in our list to investigate as well. We have to look at how best that could work. Because obviously we don't want it to be exploited. And it needs to be able to work functionally. So yeah, we're looking into that. We're looking into a few other requests. We have many requests in the list. Just depends on how best to deliver them and how quickly we can do that. But yeah. In tying with the friend requests and, or not friend requests, but racing with friends and racing with clubmates and all this sort of stuff is a common request of having like a test function. So you can test a track just by yourself, so you can try out different loadouts, different drivers, all this sort of stuff. That's a common request that's tied in with, friendly duels or clubmate duels and all this sort of stuff. So we're looking at it all kind of together, whether it can be something separate or whether it can be something together. We're looking into that. Will the stats for the drivers actually reflect real life? Well, David, it's a bit of a sort of tricky situation because we have the current season that we match to, but we base things off the previous season. Generally, they'll never truly reflect because we only have a certain amount of stats and it needs to be balanced across the entire field of drivers. We do try and tailor them a little bit to the driver's previous year's performance because we don't know what they're going to perform like this year or this current season. So it's kind of like it's a blend, really. But yeah, some stuff doesn't quite reflect just because everything needs to balance. Like, for example, if we tailored Max Verstappen to his real-life performance, he would just dominate in game completely, right? And we can't really have that. So things need to be balanced out a little bit. But yeah, it's a tricky game to try and get that quite right. Is race crates coming back? There's currently no plan to return race crates. No. Is the Shanghai track making a comeback? What is this season's race calendar? If it's in the real F1 track calendar, it should be. Obviously, we're still missing Qatar. I'm trying to think what else there is. But yes, if it is in the real F1 current F1 season, it should be in game. No safety car, please. The safety car will be returning. The safety car will be returning, yes. Maybe definite details at further streams. Maybe it all depends on, obviously I need to get permission to be able to share stuff. We want certain things to be a surprise for the new season. But when I can share something, I will definitely do so. But I think that's it. I think that is it for today. It was pretty much season scores gone live. I was hoping to be able to announce that the safety car is actually back today, but that probably won't be till next week. That is not currently a promise. We're hoping to return the safety car next week, as well as a slight tweak to Las Vegas. So yeah, keep an eye on the Discord. That's where we'll pretty much announce the details, if you're not already in there. And then, yeah, that's probably it. Yeah, Chinese GP is in the calendar this year. Yes, you're right. So we already actually have the track, I believe. So we should be able to return that. But yeah, like I say, there's still a lot of details to confirm in regards to the new season. I don't have that finalized list at the moment. I'm going to be sitting down with the team to go over exactly what we're going to see in the new season, and I can start putting that together, and I can start sharing that where possible, where I'm allowed to, of course, or there might be a few teasers here and there. Tune into further live streams when we have them. Otherwise, join the Discord. Keep an eye on there. Every now and then I'll drop a little nugget that I can. And yeah. Why don't we implement red flags? It's not really a worthwhile game mechanic. In this kind of game, red flags doesn't really work. Not well. Not well. So yeah, that's why red flags are included. But you never know. There might be a way that we can implement them. Nothing's ever sort of off the table, but some things are excluded because they just don't work well in these sort of game formats. Otherwise, sometimes there's a restriction of certain things we can't include in-game because of various reasons. Yeah. That's it. And candies? Mert is holding out for the candies. I'm not supplying the candies, but Mert's holding out for the candies. Is Ricardo coming back? I believe so, yes. Should be. But like I said, I don't have the finalized list, but because he's properly starting from the very beginning in the season, yeah, I'm pretty sure he is. Stay tuned. That is me for the day. Very quick update. Season score is live. Check your progress in-game now. Otherwise, join the Discord. Keep an eye out for updates. Keep an eye out for further streams where I can hopefully give you more information in regards to the season change coming up, which is in May. Okay. If you're not sure when season change is, May. Okay. Look forward to specific dates closer to the time. Yeah, that's pretty much it. Have a good rest of your Thursday. I will see you later. Bye-bye.